going on, guys, and welcome back to this isn't welcome back, this is welcome to Cities Skyline. It's a fairly new game. It's been out a couple of weeks now, I think, and I've had it for a while and I've been messing around with it, having a bit of fun with it, and I'm liking it a lot. In this, what we're going to be doing, this kind of first episode, I'm going to be doing let's plays of these, and in this first episode we're going to do map creation. Now, I've done in the past, I have done, I'm trying to think of it, Cities in Motion, that's what I was trying to think of. I've done Cities in Motion in the past, and I love that game, brilliant game, it's a lot of fun. And so I thought I'd kind of do another one of these, and you guys seem to love Cities in Motion when I actually did them, so maybe I'll keep this one going. But yeah, I've been thinking about doing things like live streams and stuff like that on YouTube, or even Twitch, so maybe this could be a game for that. But we're going to be just kind of creating all this kind of stuff. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, kind of, this game. It's really good. But as you can see right now, just for this minute in time, I am oops, I was doing that all wrong. Yeah, I'm just creating sort of a little map here. I'm doing this as I'm talking, so it is live, just so people know. And basically I'm just kind of getting a bit of a base down, so we can see this massive wave coming at the minute towards the land. But we're just gonna reset that level to accommodate us. So we can see there we have the level all set up. We want to get rid of this big wave that's coming there, so let's just do it again, and hopefully this wave will go right down. There we go. So you can see that wave's gone right down. We can do it one more time just to make sure that that big wave goes down. It's a little trick that you can do with it. Just so you don't get any kind of overflows and stuff like that. So you can see that massive wave just come to these tiny little waves that shouldn't affect it too much. Now, it is a little bit high, so I'm just going to drop the sea level a little bit, just so that, there we go, it's dropped, just so that we have a bit of a difference there. But yeah, it looks good. So this is kind of the base for the map. Like I said, this is my own map. Ooh, we have a wave coming. That's a wave coming. You've got to check all the different areas. Let's drop these waves down. There we go. That wave's gone. That wave has gone as well. So it's all good. It's all good. So I'm just thinking, really, at this point in time, we have created our kind of river. We have created the kind of big sea, or as what it be leading out to the sea. And what we're going to just be doing is just messing around and just trying to get these kind of areas kind of up and about, populate the area with some mountains, which I'm doing right now. Don't worry, they won't look like giant spheres when I've done with them. And just make it look a bit nice. So let's bring out the soften tool. So we have all these tools. This one's basically if you want the height of a map, so you can bring this right up and have it higher, and it all just, wherever you click it, it goes to that height. 60 is the default height, if people did not know. So that's the default height of the map, and then you can drop it down to 0 if you want the land to go all the way down to the bottom. We can use the mountain tool here, where we kind of create what you basically see in here. And then this tool, which is really good, which is a soften tool, which will basically just kind of soften out all the mountain spheres. So you will have all these, you see what used to be these spheres here, or circle spheres. All these circles, they'll eventually disappear, and it'll all kind of flatten out a little bit. If you want some peaks and stuff, just turn the size of the brush down, and you get all them peaks. But you can see it's starting to look a bit more decent than it was before. Basically, all these kind of little green bits, we're going to be putting trees and things on them, so it's going to be populated with all different kinds of things. And we've got like slope tools here. Oops, that was a bit of a mistake. So let's just sort all that out. What we just did with the smooth tool. So we have a bit of a kind of a cliff there. And we've got like, you know, the mountainous areas and things like that. But before we kind of move on from there, there's a few different things that we need to sort out. And basically this one right here, we're going to be putting a motorway just there. So we're keeping it. Obviously we can expand this and buy all these roads and things like that, but we're keeping it for the time being in the path of, let me just try and find the point where we lock on, which is there, which is what we want. Again, locked on. You can just see it snap to the certain area. Lock on, and then just put it on the map right there, which is what we want. Again, we're going to get it so it locks on. It's on this exact point there. Locks on, and then again just take it off into the distance here. So that were a bit iffy there. It went off kind of in the wrong direction. So we'll have to just watch this bit here as it kind of comes along. We don't want it there. Nope, nope, nope. It's wanting to snap. Why it's wanting to snap so much, I don't really know. But we'll have to kind of just sort it out from this point. So let's say there, and we'll take it all the way across to there. So that looks alright. We just need to connect this one up now. That's alright. So we've got a bit of a bend in this one, but it don't matter too much. It's off the map. And what we got here, so it needs to come this way. So you do have to work in a system of, you've got to go one way to get it to go one way and the other way to the other kind of way. Saying kind of way a lot. I'm just making sure these bridges are colliding with each other, which it looks okay. We're looking all good. So once we've kind of done that, we're just gonna, we have this one to do, and then we can start looking at other different systems, or what system we're going to take for our city. Because with this game, the road networks are the main like key to actually getting this to work properly. And if you don't do it properly, then it don't work. So we need to have a system really on this, and probably the best way to do it, as I'm trying to think here, is I'm going to create a square, not a big square, but a square. I'm trying to think. I think we need like an outer ring road really, but we'll do it using the motorway, freeway, whatever you want to call it, instead of using the normal roads. So to do this, we're just going to use the freeform tool to get our turns, like so. And basically we're kind of outlining the city here, or part of the main city. But it's going to be quite a big city. The way it's looking, it's going to be massive. But I mean, it's not too bad. Again, we'll go back to the snap tool for the part we want, and I don't really know where. I'm just giving myself a big area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. It probably could be a little bit smaller really, because I've only got the. I need to get the mod so that I can have more than 8 squares, or can buy more than 8 squares. I'm just gonna connect it all up here. There we go. So we have this massive kind of ring around. I didn't do the straight bits on there, just did one big curve on there, and they're moving in that direction. So this one, if they're moving in that direction, then the other direction needs to be on this side. So let's just go down, and we will get this nice and straight along the side, and we'll try to stay as close as possible to kind of the edge. We can use the freeform one on this one because we have kind of really our base for the freeway or motorway. I don't know. I have a lot of fans. Well, say fans. I have a lot of subscribers. Well, you got to be kind of. But yeah. Anyway, I have a lot of subscribers in America. So whether they call it freeway, I think. I call it motorway, but whatever. There's people around the world that call it differently, and people that will be watching this video that call it differently. So whatever you want to call it, then you call it. But yeah. So let's just have this kind of running along. We'll create all the junctions and everything. Obviously this one I'm quickly running through it. We can edit it in a little bit, just on the parts which might not look the best. See, we have a bit of a turn there. But I mean, I don't know. I kind of like it that it's a bit goofy in some places. It just means that we can fill any gaps or out with trees, or we can do something a little bit different with it. So it's not just the same kind of look. I don't know how to describe it, but it's I like it that it's not even at some points. So let's connect it all up there. So we now have our two main roads going all the way around, like so. If we're thinking about the ports, we are going to have them coming from pretty much in there. There we go. And then we can just kind of connect them how we like. But we'll all have them. Now we can see the water coming over. This can be a problem from a wave. So we'll definitely be fixing that in a second. So let's just nip back now. So we can see that the water has actually come over, so it's overflown because of a big wave that's come along, and it's starting to affect kind of everything. So we need to quickly just reset the sea level to its original height. There we go. And we see that the water's now disappeared. But this creates a problem for the sand because this now basically, this water, it's decreasing. We can see that it's a different kind of colour. It's gone a bit funny, and we don't want that. We want this nice green with none of this this sand colour right here. But yeah, that's looking pretty good. Now, obviously, like I said before, the roads themselves are such a main key player in this, and we need to keep it nice and friendly. Just trying to think how we're gonna do this now. Let's run it along the side. Yeah, nice and friendly, and basically it wants to connect up onto that. There we go. So 3 lanes are going to go down into 1. Well, it should go into 2 actually, but we can't do that right now. But for now, we'll keep it like that. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. And then this one will go. I'm trying to think. No, we don't want that. Oh, actually, we can do that. Yeah, we'll do that. So we need to. Can it merge? I think it can merge. Yeah. Alright, okay. So we have one kind of motorway going into another, which looks alright, I guess. And then we can have this coming down and off. Hopefully we won't have any accidents, but I think we'll be okay. But yeah, that looks pretty good. That's pretty good. So they'll be coming down. If they want, they can go back down to the main kind of freeway bit there, or whatever they want. I'm trying to think now. So this one, we can get all the way around. On this side, they're travelling in that direction. So off we go. Down we're going to run it. And we need to take it there. So they're going to merge into one. That's a very tight corner, but it don't matter. And then this one really needs to kind of go onto there. So I don't think I can run it that way. Yeah, this will be a tricky one. I think I'm gonna have to. I might have to create an actual exit one for these. Yeah, because they can easily merge, but these can't properly. So an actual exit will run through underneath and connect up there. And when I think about it here, if it's connecting from this one, so we need to run it up and around like so, and then go up again. So it's going to be a tall, extremely tall crossing. Oh, this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one. Because it can't conflict with the space already occupied. Of course it's already occupied. It's conflicting though, so I don't know how to get round this bit. I'm trying to think. It needs to... No, I don't want you connecting to that one. We need to find this space in between here and place that there, but I don't want another... See, that should connect. No, stop connecting. Right, well, we'll have to find another way for this one here. So let's go up and around again, but we're going to create it going this way. So have a sharper turn on it, and hopefully we'll be able to connect this somehow or another. We'll eventually be able to get this across. We may have to delete this, create the road, and then yeah, let's do that. So create that there and then connect it. So this one will run across. It's going to be a bit of a kind of windy bit here. Maybe. Nope. We need to... Okay, what we'll do is we'll take another load off it and we'll connect it through. That should work. Nope, you're not working for me. I don't know why though. It seems to be okay. Can this one connect? Yep, that one's got it. It's just this one we're trying to get now. So it's just a tiny little section. I think what we'll have to do is just delete a little bit more up to that junction, and again delete that bit. This is the tricky part. This is a very tricky part. Okay, that should... Oh, come on. Really? I honestly thought that would that was going to make it. We might have to raise that bit then. We'll raise this to the next level up, which is going to be very high. But it's got to be done, I guess. There we go. So it's even higher now. And hopefully, yep, that did it. So we just had to raise that up a little bit more. So it's extremely high, but we seem to be all connected now, so they curve around there onto there, they can come down there onto there, so it's the quick parts. We have this here. What we'll do is, though, if we're wanting to connect to the city, we'll be able to, actually no, if we're wanting to connect into the city, we'll do it off this part, as this will be the easiest. Kind of section 2 do. There we go. Bring that down to floor level. So that can lead us off into the city. This one here is turning off. That can lead us off to the city. I'm just thinking, it's a tricky one. This one we're gonna disconnect from here. We'll bring this round. It's kind of a mess of roads, which hopefully we'll be able to sort out eventually once we're all sorted. But we'll make it look nice anyway. So yeah, let's figure this out. So they can go up there, which will take you to the city, or they can go around there, take you onto the ring road. That's fine. If a car is coming down this way, they can turn off. They can go onto the motorway, or they can go into the city. If they come down here, they can go into the motorway, or they can go to the city. That part's going down. They can get onto the freeway from there. They can go up there. Yeah, that seems alright. That seems fine. Because we've got one coming from 2 there, so it makes sense that that would be the only kind of the only kind of place that would happen. So that's fine. It's all fine. And it seems like it's working. So that's all good. Outside the connections. Okay, right, okay. Yeah, I understand. So we have kind of this mass of different roadway systems here, which we're just going to make look nice now, with some nice greenery, which is kind of the best part about this. Just place trees everywhere, because it hides up any looks or anything. It just that looks like a lot nicer compared to what it had before. So yeah, and just add some different kind of varieties, so it's just not all the same. Now that we've done that though, we need to kind of move on to the next step. So we have our area for the city, but we need a railway. Now the railway is going to run through kind of the city, I think, because I don't want it to run anywhere else. So let's run this all the way through there like that, and we'll run it straight off into the distance. So we'll have trains going straight through the city, which is what we want. Nice fast network, and we'll use subway in the actual kind of city area. Railway crossings or bridges and stuff, yeah, that's what we'll do. And it looks pretty good. So what we're going to do now is we need to think about, okay, so we got the boats, city area, we need to think about kind of the looks around the edges, that we've got our kind of areas. Let's build up some kind of mountainy areas, flatten it all out a little bit, so we get a bit of variety, and they're not looking kind of, I don't know. Yeah, it looks better. Looks better already. Again, kind of a rough mountainy area over here, maybe, because we can add all the trees and things, which just kind of make it look a lot better than kind of what it was before. So let's just smooth things out a little bit around the edges, but keep the centres kind of very rough and very rugged. But things like down here we can save trees by not placing them down there. But I like that. I like it. So what we need to do is just kind of add to the experience of when we look outside of the map. We're just gonna add some more hilled areas, just make it look nicer. Add some trees around, like so. Bring the brush size down because we have some areas here which need a bit more precise in placements. As we just kind of head around, and we'll just place some kind of on the edges. Can place some on top. As we have some like greenery parts around there. You know, we don't want to be too precise with this. We're not going for kind of, I don't know. Yeah, we're not going for something exactly clear. I was trying to think of the word, but I can't think of the word. But just kind of around the mountains. Obviously, these back ones, just less of them. You won't really see them. You won't be. I don't even think you can see all the way back there when you're actually in game. But yeah, just place them around a little bit just to make it look a bit more presentable in the distance. Have some foresty areas. Let's just have a look at the requirements so far. So have a water stream in the starting area. So we need some form of I don't know, a lake or something in the starting area. We could even create a starting area down here and then just buy up. Actually no, I don't think that would work. Oh yes, it would actually, because we could, yeah, we could do that. Okay, well we'll sort that out. We'll sort that out. So let's just increase the brush size now. Get some different trees and things. This is when it goes a little bit jumpy. Just when we're placing these trees. We do have 250,000 trees to place, or we can place, but obviously we won't be placing them all. We're trying to save a little bit of a few, and then let's have some different kind of placements out and about in the areas. On there, have some again. Have some near the city. Let's mix things up a bit with some darker trees, so we don't have all the same colour, because that's what we want, because that kind of separates between the two different types. So there we go. And obviously in the city areas here we do have turn that down. We don't want to kind of overboard it in these areas, because we'll add trees and things like that when we're building. But I mean, we can place some down. We're not that bothered, because once we start building roads and things, they'll all get covered anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. And we can also delete trees, so it's all right. But we can see this vast kind of area now, and you can see how quickly that kind of made it, just to make it look more kind of presentable. But what we're going to do now is we are going to create some more hills, I think. So you can see it's kind of the railway kind of path go down here, and just have a bit more of a variety on the railway line. Just build that up a little bit, and we can smooth it out. And then if we go back to the trees, we can just right click and just delete some around the hilled areas, bring the brush size down, and place them back on top if they come out, and just again just get rid of some of that, and some by the railway here, and it looks pretty good. I quite like this a little bit here. I think it's my favourite part on the map so far, and just have it coming up there, and we'll just smooth that out a little bit, get more of a kind of cliff face thing. There we go. I think that looks pretty good from the map. Yeah, quite like the little hill. But on the back, obviously, we do have quite a bit of space, which we should have probably a few more kind of hilly areas, but we don't have to kind of mess around with the trees too much. You know, so it looks alright there. Just expand it more towards the city area, I think, just so it's a bit more hilly. But I'm just basically just randomly tapping, and then we can smooth it all out once we've got all them. Just quickly go over it, just a little bit. So when we're looking at it, it's not all flat. It's got a bit of mixture of them all in. Again, just go around again and just add some more. It's just making it look a bit nicer, a bit more kind of presentable in a way. Yeah, it looks alright. So when we look around, we've got loads of hills, we've got the flat area for where the city is, we have built our motorway, freeway, whatever you want to call it. What we'll do though, once we're in game, we'll do all the exit ramps around the city. We'll decide then where things are going to be going, and we'll place our roads around there as well. I'm just thinking now, let's place some more down, kind of blend things in a little bit more into the area here, so it don't look like there's just that one big plonk of trees in the middle. But yeah, I quite like that it's very green around here as you kind of go along, and it enters this, as it enters the city around the bends, that you'll get less. But I mean, we can delete some of these, they don't have to be so kind of overpowering, but once we start building roads, we'll probably build some roads in here. But we kind of need this area. So what we're going to do is, or what we need to do, we probably won't be using these areas, but around here I'm just going to create some natural resources, just in case we do end up coming all the way over here and using some of these areas. So these are going to be natural resources around there. And when we look at the requirements, we have our major requirements, so we need to have water in the starting area. We can change the starting area, but first let's just add some animals. Just place a bunch around the map. Just if we want to change anything, then we can do. And what's that one? I can't remember. Oh, that's sand. Yeah, I'm not too bothered about sand. We can add a little bit if we really want to. Just for a bit of a change. There we go. So we got a little bit on the edge there. You see all the little patches, but that's all right. Have some natural resources, but we just need to fix our little starting area now, and then we can kind of move on to where we want. So we could go for something like there, and we could just buy our way back. So there you can have a starting area, because I don't want water starting in this area. I quite like it the way it is. I do feel like we need one of these areas over here though, because I don't want... it should be alright. No, it should be fine. Should be fine. So what we're going to do now, guys, that's the end of this episode. We have built our city from so far. Once we get into the actual game itself, we're going to be doing loads more. So let's go ahead, let's jump over into the actual game and get building the rest of the city. I'm going to save this now, and yeah, I'll see you in the next episode, guys. Don't forget, you can subscribe to carry on watching this build of the city. You can join the gameplay. Let me know in the comment section down below what you want to name this place. As it's not just mine for now, I'll probably just name it like YouTube or something like that. But I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully we'll get another Let's Play very soon. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye. So whether this will work properly or not, apparently there is a unit coming to remove the vehicle. Is this a tow truck? I hope this is a tow truck. I'm just trying to get the camera angle back to normal. No, it's a normal police car. Again, I should have written down what the commands were. I did have them actually written down at one point. Can we end this? Alt 8? No, we have to do something with the vehicle, I guess.